Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Tuesday, if there is such a thing. I figure if you make it through Monday, you get past the first day of the work week, you have accomplished a lot. That's always been my theory. A lot went on last night. A lot went on. We're going to talk a little bit about some bombs that Jose dropped. I didn't get through the whole interview. I was talking to the girls in Discord, and I'm getting filled in here and there. I'm going to watch it all today, and we will discuss it in length tomorrow. But today is about Summer missing 9 months. Going to do some recaps on that. You know how I do. And discuss what we're even doing here 9 months later. Insane to me that there are no arrests and Summer evaporated. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So I'm going to tell a few people good morning, get to some comments, and let's do it. Trey, hi. Preschool Granny, hello. Teresa, hello. Cass, hello. Lisa, good morning. Two Boston Moms, good morning. Uli Girl, good morning. Alexander Baker, good morning. Fairy Dust Diaries, what a cool name. Make sure you hit that sub button. Eddie, where you been? Good morning. Good morning. Sharon, good morning. Aggie, good morning. Unheard Not Forgotten, good morning. Celeste, good morning. After I go through a few clips, I'm going to put the link up. We'll have open panel because I want to hear all of your thoughts, your opinions, everything on what brought us 9 months. 9 months. Today is 9 months. Hello, Kayla. Hello. Nisa. Hello, Nisa. Where's old Juicy Tequila Bobo been? I haven't seen her in here in a few days. Mama Kay. Hello. Deborah. I actually had this comment up earlier. Deborah Wallace. Good morning. It's nice to be here for summer today. I just wish there was no reason to be here. Me too. I said that yesterday. I would love more than anything to be able to cancel this show and be like, she was found. Of course, obviously, we would be talking about her being found, but it would be different than talking about this precious little girl still missing. Absolutely crazy. Val, good morning. Be a shiner, not a whiner. Good morning. There's my friend Katie Bird. Angel P, good morning. My favorite chat too. Denise, good morning. Hillbilly Tech, where you been? Good morning. East Coast Mama, how are you? You're studying for your CDL and listening at once? Whoa, good for you. Yeah, email me after this. I've got a funny story to tell you about CDLs. You're going to get a hoot out of this story I got for you. Pat K, hello. Jennifer, hello. Julie, hello. Hey, Clark, there she is. Good morning. Laverne, how are you? Sergeant Friday, good morning. Pamela, good morning. Rainfall, good morning. If I miss you, I apologize. I will get you later. There's Alicia, always got great comments. You all do. Chris, hello. So like I said, if I miss you, I apologize. Hang on, did I just see Juicy Tequila Bobo? There she is. She says, I'm here but training someone. Okay, so she's hiding from us. We're more important than the person she's training. Who watched Justice for All yesterday with Jose on there. I'm not going to get too in depth with it today. Like I said, I watched part of it last night. I don't know how Justin carried on this conversation with him without losing it. I'm not saying getting mad at Jose. What I heard was so it's just pure depravity. Pure depravity. Okay, cool. So you guys are going to be able to help me a lot tomorrow with this show. Because like I said, I've got to go through it this afternoon and really listen to it. I could not believe what I was hearing. Okay, Seek Here RN. Whew. Pat said she cried, gut-wrenching. There were so many sad, sad parts. Justin did great. I've been on panel with Justin before on another channel before. He's a really nice guy. I don't know how he kept it together. You guys know how I get. It was hard for me to listen to, let alone if I had him on the panel, you know? And I will say, this is the only case that I can ever remember where it took people so long to come out and say anything, except for Don. I mean, Don started talking on the 18th. I think that's when he talked to Jeff Bobo. It took Candace a good 2 weeks to go in front of WJHL. That didn't exactly knock our socks off. Hunter and Allie didn't say nothing until, live from the porch at the end of July with McDonough. Grandis just a couple weeks ago. Jody Sue, who heard the scream, supposedly didn't make her appearance for months and months and months. Hell, who's going to come out of the woodwork next? That's what I want to know. Wow. Alicia, I got that too. It sounded to me like he was very regretful. Very regretful. But in hindsight, that's the only thing that you could be, because look where we're at. Look where we're at. Today's 9 months, guys. Today is 9 months. All right, I'm going to do some comments that you guys left yesterday. I always love your comments. And we're going to talk a little bit about Jose. Then we're going to talk about 9 months. What was going on 9 months ago? Here we go. All right. Robin said, there was no emotion behind the words, she was just gone. Okay, we're talking about Grandis's interview on WJHL. Mind you, Grandis is the one that swears she's cooperating, but she called WJHL instead of Ronnie Lawson. I promise, even if he was about to undergo surgery, he would have taken her call. This would not have been take a message and I'll call Candace Harrer back type of thing. He was pissed. They're not cooperating. So when she tells Ansley Daniels she was just gone, like Robin said, no pain, broken voice, tears, no love, nothing. It's as though this family are devoid of emotion towards others. When talking about themselves, they all have plenty to say. Exactly. Like we were talking yesterday, she spent more time talking about the fluid on her knee, getting her prescription than anything. But I do appreciate her mentioning not being at the swimming hole and taking a nap. Brenda, she said, LOL, my van too never set from fall. That's because I was telling everybody that I never reset my clock in my truck, and I had a lot of people going, I didn't either. I just thought that was funny. Dawn said, in my opinion, the reason they all may have thought abduction is for what Hunter said Dawn told Candace over the phone about a creepy guy. So either there was a creepy guy or the phone call set the stage for an abduction in Candace/Grandis's mind, premeditated. Yeah, I think that they were setting the stage for something. One of them was. I can't say that Grandis is in on this. She's devoid of emotion, that's for sure. But it seemed to me that since it was Candace telling the story, that was part of the buildup. That's just how it looks to me. Mama Kay said, yep, it was setting the stage. Amanda, I think all three of them have had such horrible traumatized lives. They are completely emotionally shut down, cold, no feelings or the ability to feel love and compassion for others. Summer never had a chance there. And we heard about that last night from Jose. If you could get through the whole interview, please bring your thoughts in with you tomorrow because we're going to talk about it in depth. I'm not going to sympathize for the lives that they had. I'm only going to say, you know what you went through. Why'd you put your children through it? But yeah, that's definitely a part of it. Donna said, neither will ever be found. I believe that one of them learned how to make a person disappear from Rose's disappearance. I believe the two are connected. That's been said a lot. A lot of people are like, maybe they're connected. It's lottery odds that you would have two people in your family totally disappear. This isn't some third cousin that you haven't seen since Christmas of 85. You're talking a daughter and a granddaughter. It's very odd. Very odd. Vero said, Brooks, what about Dawn calling Candace that a creep was touching the children on the hill? Candace or Grandis never mentioned that. Nope, but Candace made sure to repeat that phone call. We don't know what Dawn said on the other line. Nobody overheard it. This is what she said was going on. Yet she didn't call 911 and said, I need someone at my house right now. So never has made sense to me. But no, you're right. Neither Candace or Grandis ever mentioned that phone call. I wonder why. Grandis is distancing herself from this whole mess. She is saving her own butt. She knows where this is headed. To the clink. She's too old to be doing time. What time did you wake up from your nap? You would have been the last one to physically see her, Grandis. You and Candace, if you were all transplanting cactus together. Exactly. You were the last ones to have your eyes on her. But like she said in the WJHL interview, she shrugs her shoulders and washes her hands of it. And it's like, and that's the last time I saw her. That's it. Nothing else to say. That's my story. Don't need to ask me anything else. I'm telling you, that's the last time I saw her. Lisa, their whole story has fallen apart and we are left picking up the pieces and trying to figure out where they fit. Their story has beyond fell apart. We know the abduction didn't happen because the FBI card unit has said no sign. We have Candace, Grandis, and Hunter. Between these three that all saw Summer June 15th, they cannot give the same account of events. She said, I don't know how much longer they can keep up this charade. Hopefully, there will be a grand jury in April that will decide if there is evidence to indict someone. Looks like this case could carry on to be a year long. That's what I'm afraid of, too. Now, I keep hearing this stuff about a grand jury coming up. Now, grand juries are secret and they're sealed. I don't know where this came from. I'm not saying it can't happen because I've been hoping for a long time that they would get a grand jury together and say, look, this is what we've got. Where can we go? They did it with Megan Boswell. The recent case with the West Boys, that was from a grand jury. There's been many others. And I'm hoping that they do get a grand jury as soon as possible. I do. I think that would be great. I think that would be great. All right, speaking of great, I am going to see what our friend Deb is doing. She's backstage. She watched a lot of, not the whole thing, Jose's interview. So we're just going to touch on it, talk about it for a little bit, talk about Summer being gone for 9 months, kind of rewind us back 9 months to refresh our memories of how messed up this truly is. And then tomorrow, we're going to talk in depth, trigger warning in advance, about what Jose said last night. Because Just thinking about it really upsets my stomach. Good morning, Deb.
Good morning, Brooks. How are you?
Pretty good. Holding you to task to have to talk about such an uncomfortable and depraved subject. Because what
It's
I heard, and
horrific.
there is no shame to Justin. He did a great job.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know how you did it. I mean,
Mm,
I'd have been like, what? Yeah. I actually had to click out of it for a while because I'd had enough. I was like, what? Anyways, it was a very telling interview, if nothing else.
It was a very telling interview. I don't know Jose. I know pretty much anybody associated with the Wells is not going to be a salt of the earth person. I'm sorry. They're going to have something going on, whether it's right now in the present or they've got a real messed up past. So I know a lot of people are already discounting all this, just saying, nope, he made all this up. I'm just not going to lean toward he made everything up. I do err on the side of caution every time someone in this tragedy comes out and talks. We already know the different timelines we have from the main characters. And right out the chute, let's talk about this, Deb. Seek Care RN said Allie needs to file charges on Candace. That is what made me turn it off, is when Jose dropped an absolute Hiroshima bomb on his conversation with Justin and said that Hunter was taken advantage of by Candace. I don't know if I was more sad, mad, disgusted, or a combination of the three. What the hell is Allie doing? Why is she not turning this in?
Well, maybe Ali has something to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's weird like that. It's crazy. It could be crazy like that because this case is that she was just getting paid back with drugs or something else um, to shut up type money or whatever.
I
You
don't
know?
know. I mean, I can't speculate. I can't
No.
speculate, but I would like to know why a mother who has been called Mama Bear so many times, even though was sitting on the porch with Grandbun, McDonough, and Hunter, and didn't even wince when he said, "Yeah, Candace gave me alcohol. She bought me vapes, all that stuff," and she was just looking at her phone as if nothing big's going on. What is Candace holding over their head? Do they really think that Candace is dangerous enough to do something to them? Or is there some secret that they are more afraid of letting out than doing the right thing? Because she needs to be prosecuted for what happened to Hunter.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, if it was my son, for sure. But I mean, we're not talking people like you and I, like logical people. And you did notice in the McDonough interview, she was giving him the side eye a couple times, like don't answer that or don't say anything. And she was trying to intervene and interject and put her opinion in. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to Hunter. I'll speak to you later." So you know, something going on there.
Also, I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking about that early this morning, that interview. And when Chris McDonough sitting on the porch talking to Hunter, basically telling Allie, don't answer. I want to hear from him. And he said to him, and again, we're going to talk about this tomorrow. When he said he was talking to Hunter about Candace, and I'm trying to remember exactly how he said it. He alluded to, does she like you? Does Candace like you? Like in that way is kind of what he was getting to.
Hmm.
I really, at the time, thought that was a really odd thing to ask. So he was already picking up on something inappropriate. And we've speculated about it. We've been like, this is weird. This is weird. No kid would care that she's talking to her husband or ask what they're talking about. So McDonough seemed to already think there was something not right with these two. Something was going on. Not about Hunter, but what Candace was up to. When I heard this last night, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Well, just the fact that he went through her phone is very weird to me.
Very weird to me because, like I said, you and I have talked about this many times. We've had teenagers at home, and unless we're on the phone ordering food, they don't care who we're talking to. Certainly wouldn't say, "Oh, was that Dawn? What did Dawn want?" You know?
Yeah, yeah, that's weird. That's always seemed weird to me.
I missed a comment. Give me a second. No, let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Okay, Sergeant Friday. Hunter has impulsivity, ADHD, and ADD. I can speculate the manipulation there. I see how it happens with someone close to me. It's he's a victim. We've said it for a long time. Impulsive, Sergeant. Okay, he said impulsive. We've said it for a long time. He seems like he's a victim to me. And I mean, Jose dropped this bomb. He'd be crazy. Anything's possible, but he would be crazy to make that story up. And he had detail, particulars. This is where they were. They were drinking. Everybody was sitting together. And I'm like, oh, God. It wasn't a I heard. It wasn't a I think. Ugh.
I mean, and why wouldn't you do anything about it? If you were just sitting there watching this going on, why wouldn't you do anything about it?
Probably because he needed a place to live and Candace was renting him a room for about $100 a month. There could be a lot of reasons. And in these cases, it's not unusual for people to come out with all of this nastiness and then, they have all this regret. We always give the woulda, coulda, shoulda people. And this case has got a ton of them. A ton of people that did not do the right thing. From what I'm gathering, I haven't watched the whole thing. He does seem very regretful. Very regretful, Jose does.
Mm-hmm. And I think now that he's coming out, I think it may be because Dawn is in jail because I think he's afraid of Dawn. There was proof that, Dawn beat the crap out of him. So he was maybe afraid and now he's coming out. You never know.
That's
Now,
kind of what I thought too, because, of course, the question's always going to be, and in this case, it always is, why are they coming out now?
right.
Why now? Like we had the conversation about Hunter's dad. Why is he coming out now?
Mm-hmm.
Andy was calling different YouTubers. Why now? Jody Sue. Why now? This guy, I'm like, maybe he didn't want the wrath of Dawn. I don't know.
Very possible.
So what else did you catch from it?
The kitten.
Oh, it was one heart attack after another. All right, you're going to have to tell the story. I can't. It was all I could do to get that last one out, Deb. You're up.
I'm up. Okay. Well, thanks for that, Brooks.
Okay.
So Jose said in this interview that he was there and Summer had found this kitten and she loved this kitten. She was holding it and everything else. She was all like cuddling with it. And Dawn came home and said, I told you I don't want any kittens in this house. So he took the kitten, threw it outside, and the dogs eat it up, chew it up, like tear it to shreds.
Oh. And Summer saw this.
And Summer saw this and she was crying. Now, can you just imagine? I mean, I can't. Well, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I did put Mama Bear's comment up, but he was found. He didn't come out. Okay, I did gather that too. You're right. So it's not like he tracked someone down to talk to. He was approached. So Okay. I get it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah, it's horrific. I mean, the abuse that child endured, whether it be one way or another, is just beyond
Ridiculous.
beyond comprehension.
So, as if that wasn't enough, then we hear about Candace, and it seemed to me, and like I said, I didn't get through the whole thing. I am going to watch it today, I promise. It seemed like he was kind of trying to defend Candace because of what she had going on with Dawn, trying to defend Allie, but then saying Candace needs to tell what happened. Own up and get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Did you gather that? Because I didn't get through the whole thing.
I gathered that, but I have to say that after the kitten thing was really, I had to kind of click out. I'm gonna watch it today too, so we can catch up on it tomorrow. But yeah, I definitely yeah, I was catching that vibe, and he's talked to FBI, right? Am I correct?
I did hear that. I did
Mm.
hear that. I think it was brought up in Discord last night and other things that he has talked to the FBI.
Right. So so I mean, if he's told the FBI all this, and he's just been off the grid, there's a reason, of course. And I mean, I mean, it's good that it's coming out, but it's just a lot, and you can't take it in all in one shot. You just can't. You need, like, you're in tears. It's like you can't even imagine it. That's how bad it is, and it's this is not our child, but she's become everybody's child because she's, you know, we love her, and she needs to be found one way or the other.
Yeah. She needs to be found. The people that know aren't telling the information or the right information. They're telling us what um, they think sounds the best. It
Mm-hmm.
can only be an abduction. We had eyes on her all day. I did hear Jose say no. When he heard that, he knew that was not correct. He knew it was not correct. He didn't just stay a weekend or two. I mean, he was there like half a year from what I'm gathering.
That's what he said. 6 months. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he in that 6 months, I think he saw plenty. And so this helicopter mom patrol, he's basically saying no,
Mm.
no, no.
He also said that Dawn didn't go to church at all.
I'm not shocked.
I'm not either. I mean, that was a not so bad part of it. I mean, it was like, okay, yeah, we've heard that before, kind of. So yeah,
Mm-mm-mm. So he did say he's talked to the FBI. I did put it up on the screen because Beverly said, yeah, he said that he talked to the feds way, way, way back.
good.
So hence why we're here.
Hence why
9 months.
we're here.
9 months. Today is 9 months. Well, I mean, I guess not up until 6 o'clock, 6:30 Eastern time tonight, but 9 months. They've talked to all these people and cannot make rhyme or reason as to what happened to Summer. It is crazy. And out of all the stuff I've heard, and that's even Don on YouTube doing all his nasty stuff. Hearing that last night, I don't know what part made me more upset. If it's just a combination of everything, the Hunter and Candace thing, I don't. I mean, of course, Candace needs to be prosecuted. Candace needs to be in jail. But I want to know what the hell is wrong with Allie that she is not doing something.
She's afraid, or she's got something to hide.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's got to be one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be one or the other. She's scared for some reason. No mother is going to let that go on. I'm sorry.
Oh no, 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 absolutely not. I mean, you know about it? No way, no way. Not in my mum book. But I mean, you know, hey, I'm not. We all make our mistakes, but I mean, not something like that.
Hell, the roaches in the dog food didn't even surprise me. I was like, really? What's new?
Yeah.
What's new? That's kind of how I looked at that one. I was like, yeah, what's new? The other stuff, oh, God. Mm.
Yeah, it's going to be tough getting through the rest, but we really need to. So,
Oh, it's
unfortunately.
definitely important information.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely important information. Oh, God. Well, let's go to the beginning. I got a few things lined up for us to discuss, and we are going to talk about this in depth as our stomachs settle down from how nasty, sick, abusive, neglectful, I mean, just, complete depravity that we had to hear. Sergeant Friday said there's dirt on her. Well, you know what? That dirt shouldn't be worth your son being abused.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
He was 14 years old. He was 14 years old.
Sick.
Who would even think that that was is funny? I don't care how much R&R she had. That is so disgusting. And there are too many people in this story that should not be walking around in
Too
a
much.
free society. They should not be walking around in a free society. I don't even care about Don's DUI. Hell, he should have been in jail for what he did to the cat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But there's too many moving pieces right now. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know, I'm pretty sure the law enforcement is keeping a lot of stuff close to them, and they're trying to gather just enough evidence because they don't want this to go to trial and have a mistrial and then they're done.
Right.
That's what I think. That's my opinion. And from what I hear from Chris McDonough when I watch his interviews or his shows, it sounds like, he kind of alludes to that too without saying anything because he can't. And we can't either, even if we knew him. We don't. But we're just, speculating.
Yep.
Yep.
And I agree with Hangry Mom. And I'll touch on that real quick. They only get one shot to go in front of the jury. If there's a mistrial, they try him again. They don't want to do that. It's expensive and it's already been publicized out the ass. They don't want to do that again. They've got one shot, and the last thing they want is an acquittal. That's the last thing they want. I'm really hoping that there's going to be a grand jury. Someone in chat mentioned who's a local that grand juries in that area, maybe the entire state, I don't know. Chat's moving fast. Grand juries convene twice a year. So September and April. So I'm hoping next month there's a grand jury for summer. I really am. Hangry Mama said if it was a 39-year-old man with a 14-year-old girl, people might feel differently. They would. Look at what goes on in the schools when you have a male teacher with a female student. Everyone is like, oh my God, oh my God. But when it's a female teacher with a male student, they're like, oh, well, shouldn't have been doing that. I don't mean me. I don't mean you guys. Anymore, I skip the article and go to the comments just to see what people say.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But yep, that is definitely part of it. East Coast Mama, here we go. Animal abuse, essay abuse, domestic abuse. If Jose told the cops what he told us, then they may be collecting a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot to go through. They can't just take his word. They've got to investigate every bit of this.
That's right. Yeah,
It's a lot
exactly.
to go through.
That was a great comment.
Mm-hmm. Mama K just apologized for cussing. That's okay, Mama K. I think we all had a lot of cuss words coming out of our mouth when we were watching what Jose was saying. Because, I mean, my chest was getting tight. I was so sicked out.
having anxiety as well.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to go back, like I said, 9 months. Get everybody's take on what we hear. I'm going to start out with the 911 call, okay?
All right.
And I was re-listening to the 911 call again several days ago. And it seemed to me from the beginning, they already thought something wasn't right.
Yeah. And we don't have the 911 call from Candace. We
No,
only have
that's
Dawn's.
Leslie Earnhardt. Well, I don't know. We just have the 911 dispatch. Leslie with TBI explained that on Twitter one day, and she said no. Any like potential evidence they can put in front of a jury is confidential and is not released to the public. Not released to the public.
So something that the way, I don't know, something in the way she made her 911 call is not going to be. We're not going to get the information.
Mama Lioness, have you ever heard of stacking charges on someone to be sent to the grand jury? Yeah, Megan Boswell, 19 felonies. They stacked that shit to the ceiling. You bet. You bet. You bet. Oh, Kane bless us with her presence. What you doing, Kane? Wolfcat, I missed Jose's interview. Where can I hear it? I'm going to link Justice for All's. I'm going to put the link in the bio after this because we're going to discuss it in depth tomorrow, but may not be on a full stomach. I can tell you that for sure. So we're going to go back to the 911 call. We're going to say hi to Shannon. She's backstage. She's got a lot to say about this whole thing with Jose. Hello, Shannon.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Shannon.
Hi, Deb. Morning, Brooks. How are you guys? Besides disgusted?
Yeah, we're kind of sick right now. We're kind of not feeling good. Yeah, because
Yeah, I'm in shock. I am and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all thought this, but this is like almost
over the top.
confirmation of it.
Right.
Vanessa. Justice asked creators to wait 48 hours why nobody listened to what he asked. I'm just talking about the content. I'm not streaming him. I get that he wants to build up the views for the next couple of days. I'm not streaming him. I'm putting his link in my bio. We're just talking about what we heard. It's the same difference if I went to the movies last night and like, hey, did you guys ever see this movie? So I'm not going against what he said.
No, besides, he said other creators could, after 48 hours, could, stream his content as long as they gave him credit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's getting the credit because let me tell you, no way I could have sat there and listened to that without. I mean, it was hard enough just for me listening to it, and I wasn't even talking to him.
Exactly.
Just listening to it, I was like, oh my God, he said what? No, we can have a discussion about this, but we are going to respect Justice for All's wishes. We are.
Absolutely. What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, I didn't even watch it, and just hearing what was said makes me sick to my stomach. It's like Summer and those boys were in that house. What the hell did they witness and go through? Makes my stomach boil with anger. It
Me
really,
too.
really does.
Beating the boys with belts, chasing Summer up the driveway because she does leave the yard. She does leave the yard. That was said. He whipped her all the way up the driveway. Supposedly Jose was going through a divorce. He had a lot of stuff going on. He's offered a room. He's got super cheap rent. To me, $100 for that place is way too much. Mama Lioness, Brooks, did you see my comment earlier? No, let me find it. Hang on. Talk away, girls. I got to find Mama Lioness.
Okay.
Is it this one, Mama Lioness? Candace and Grandis know exactly what happened to Summer. I don't care what anyone says. They both know where she is at. Is it that one? Because I agree. And Pineapple Pan. Credit to him for excellent interview style. Most creators like sound of their own voice. Yep, they would sit there and talked over him and talked over him and talked over him, like I do, to be quite honest. And he let him talk, and he had to sit there and stomach through what he was having to hear. Good job, Justice for All.
Good job. I don't know how you did it. I like you said, I couldn't do it either. What about you, Shannon?
No, I was thinking the same thing. Like how, to contain yourself. Basically, you're doing an interview, so to contain yourself and not say, "Ooh, gross, why didn't you do this?" and let him talk and tell his story to get it out. I commend that. Absolutely.
You know, that's what I would have done. I've been like, whoa, you didn't call the
Yep.
police about the kitty? Whoa, you didn't call the oh. No, it wouldn't. I couldn't have. No, and I'm not throwing shade at Jose. I'm just saying, my normal human reactions. I would have been having a shit fit,
Right.
and like,
Me too.
hang on, Pineapple said, what we did learn was how many times Summer did leave the property, even if it was once. That dispels what they have been telling us since June 15th. She would never just walk off. Well, she did it many times. And ICU did a great job. She's a great member here. She did a great job. They held it together. Great interview. Like I said, I'm going to watch it today.
ICU is pretty.
Everyone does.
Yeah, ICU is pretty silent, I found. But I mean, that's I would have been silent, going like with my mouth so open wide, hitting the floor, trying to pick it up.
I just would have been muted, going, "You don't want me to talk. You don't want me to talk. I can't." Because this isn't a movie. This isn't something for Netflix. This was the children's real life. And that's what we were hearing.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Hunter.
Exactly.
These people have no boundaries and they care nothing about children or animals.
No. Or themselves, for that matter. And that's where it starts, with themselves.
Justice for all, everybody. Big applause.
Yay.
I've been on panel with him a couple times on another creator's channel. Always classy. Always keeps on topic and doesn't break. Great job, my friend. You did awesome. You did awesome.
That's a definite.
You are more than welcome to come on tomorrow, because we're going to talk about this in depth, because I want to know how you heard such terrible, terrible things done to. I couldn't have held myself together. That was an amazing, amazing interview.
Yeah, it was an
interview. Justice for all. If you want to drop your link in here, I don't know if it's public right now, private, or what. I don't know. I've heard both. Feel free. Feel free. All right, let's get to the 911 call. You guys ready?
We were born ready, right,
yep,
Shannon?
Born ready. Okay, here we go.
That's right, Deb.
All right, so I used the one that Plunder put up. So, yep, I've got another link I've got to put up. We went over it a couple of months ago because it's the clearest copy I could find. She's got a way of really cleaning stuff up, and she's awesome.
She is.
Plunder is just awesome. But this is what went down 9 months ago. And yeah, we're definitely going to get back to Jose tomorrow. All right, so I've got that up there. So I'm going to go through this like a little bit at a time and kind of what you all think. It didn't seem like anybody was buying abduction or anything like right off the bat. I don't know. Maybe it's protocol. Maybe they set things like that up from the beginning. I don't know. But it just seemed like they already had their... they were already side-eyeing the situation. So here we go. Justice for All is on the phone. Hello, Justice for All. He's on the phone, everybody. Do not bother the man on the phone. Who knows what he's going to find out next? I mean that with all seriousness, because my mind was blown yesterday.
Yes. Yes, and he did an awesome job. Way better than I could have done.
Well, he's an awesome dude. I don't doubt it at all. All right, here we go. I think I've got my volume all the way up. I'm going to turn the microphone, because even with her cleaned up copy, this is on Plunder. It's still kind of hard to hear, but let me see. Do I have the captions on? I do have the captions on, so let's go through this. There was already something up just with the initial 911 call. And ICU, you did an awesome job too. Proud to call you guys my friends.
Hi, ICU.
Did everyone say hi to ICU too?
Sorry. Hi, ICU.
You're okay.
Great job.
Hey, ICU. Love,
now
love.
Now Justice for All is stuck with us. He's a YouTube member. There
We
you
love
go.
it.
Yes,
love
he
it.
is.
Thank
I
you.
so thank you. That's awesome. Oh, he'll love Fridays.
Oh
I
yeah.
think if you guys sweet talk him, he might come on and talk to us tomorrow.
Hey,
Please.
Pretty
yeah,
please.
yeah. Would you please come up and enlighten us, because you're much better at getting through that than we are.
Because, all right, let me go through the 911 call. We'll be back to that because we got to talk about, it's going to take me a while to digest this. I'm telling you guys. Woo!
I'm not sure if I'm gonna have lunch. Just saying.
It was hard. It's firsthand account of child abuse and animal abuse. That was a lot. That was a lot. Reference to a 4-year-old. So who was so shaken up? I don't know if this is Dawn's 911 call or Candace's, because of course we are not going to hear Dawn or Candace. They're so shaken up they can't even tell you that their daughter is 5 and had been 5 for many, many months. So yeah, I'm back to that and I'm beating that dead horse. That's never set right with me. You girls tell me what you think.
I totally agree. I mean, come on, you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shannon.
No, I got a lag, so I'm sorry. It's hard. I'll hear silence and start talking, but I'm with y'all. I agree. You know how old your child is.
Well,
You just know. Even in an emergency situation, you just know.
Well, in an emergency situation, you know even more. Like it's in your brain even more, which is, yeah.
I agree. In an emergency situation, you know everything. It's ingrained in your mind. Look at Little Monkey. Tyler could tell you exactly what he was wearing, shoe size, everything to a T. They don't know her birthday. They don't know her age. All they're saying is she just got gone. She was abducted. They don't seem to remember all the times that she ran off before. All the times she ran off before. Justice for All. I'll send you an email. It is at 9 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. And I know a lot of people have said over the last 9 months that, well, the 911 dispatcher could have made a mistake. This is a recorded call. Anytime you call 911, it's recorded. So if she messed up, she messed up. But she heard 4. She heard 4. The mother had went for a walk, came home, and now they can't find her. So who's they? I'm assuming Grandis and Candace, correct?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Well, somebody was taking a nap. Somebody took a walk, and within all of this not looking at Summer, she was supposedly abducted. So they can't find her. All right. Well, we've always been told that Don was at work and he called 911 from work. So we're just going to assume 9 months ago today, it was Candace and Grandis.
And she went for a walk. Let's be real, people.
Let's be real. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be real. Yeah. Aerobics Candace. The Jane Fonda of Ben Hill Road.
Yeah.
Scared of them coyotes and snakes, remember?
Yeah.
So we're going to get to that too, because she dispels what she reported to 911. She's been gone for 10 minutes now. We've heard many accounts.
So they looked for.
Go ahead, hon.
Go ahead, Brooks. I'm sorry.
No. I see what
I was just gonna say they said she's been gone for 10 minutes now. Well, it takes me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to look for my child. So
exactly.
if they said that
Boom.
on the phone, that doesn't make sense right there.
No. That was the report. Nothing makes sense. Even if this was someone who had been on the force for a hot 2 days, they'd be like, a walk and 10 minutes? What? No, 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 no. 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 Let's
Yeah.
also not forget. Now, mind you, we are listening to all of this with the knowledge that we have now. We also know that she was on Facebook posting stupid stuff as if nothing was going on. She also told Allie that she searched in the basement for 20 minutes, in the dungeon for 20 minutes. So there's 30 minutes. So she took her walk. She came back 10 minutes later. Okay, so let's say, so we're on Facebook at 6 o'clock. Take our walk at 6:10. We're back. We realize Summer's gone. Search for 20 minutes, and then we call 911. Does that make sense to anyone?
No.
That's
Not.
a pretty tight-ass timeline, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, you have to look all over the house. Well, I would look outside first. That's just me. But I mean, the three of us here are parents, and we're talking as mothers. And we would look outside, all over the house, like twice,
Mhm.
maybe 3 times before calling 911. And of course, we'd call 911 if we couldn't find her. But yeah, it wouldn't take 10 minutes.
No. No. That to me says that somebody we've been, we've been yelling for 10 minutes and we can't find her. And I don't want to jump ahead, but is that why the dispatch said, please be advised to recheck the home, even though the parents said that it was checked? You see what I'm saying?
I'm assuming so, because this did not go down the way that they're reporting. They don't believe them from the jump.
No.
They're
Yeah.
telling them,
Nope.
don't go running around in the woods and everything yet. You're going to go back in and check that house, because they already had a belief. They're going to tell them, don't worry about the house. We already checked it. Alicia, no way the stars align like this. You're right. And our fortune teller, Shannon, sped us up, but don't worry, we're going to catch you back up. I'm kidding, Shannon.
I know.
Yeah, for 110. 10-4 house, Madison. 335, I'll be around as well. You say when you got the original call that mom went on a run, and when you came back, the Sandra was gone?
Okay, so this is at 7:02 p.m. So this is about 32 minutes from when she called 911. I go back just a little bit. This is what was told, like I said, 9 months ago. You say when you got the original call, they're already doubting some stuff. They're double checking. The mom went on a run, and when she came back, the daughter was gone. They know this cannot happen this fast. They've already got the address. They know what goes on that hill. You can't tell me they don't. So already,
Oh yeah.
this is just what I'm seeing. Tell me, guys, if I'm overreaching here. You know I do it sometimes. That they're already going, well, what he said. You say when you got the original call, the mom went on a run, and when she came back, the daughter was gone? Question mark. This is not a statement. He's
Question
asked
mark.
a question. This is what she said. Oh, okay. Looks like it's going to be a long night. A long 9 months. Look at that. You say when you got the original call, the mom went on a run, and when she came back, the daughter was gone. He's not questioning himself. That's what she said.
Nope.
Are you serious? Okay, here we go. Boy, I'd love to hear the other end of this, but only the jurors are going to get to hear it. I'd love to hear the other end of
Oh,
this.
I know. I've thought of that for 9 months now. I feel like it would like almost connect our dots that much more just by hearing if they both called and what they said. Exactly how they said and exactly how they sounded. Since we know them so well, by now we could tell so much from hearing those calls on their end.
And I get it. That's the procedure in the state of Tennessee. Anything that's considered evidence is not going to be released. CCTV, body cam, any of it till trial. Okay.
Right.
But I'm just saying, I'm wishing, okay? Wishful thinking.
Yep.
I would love to know, like I said, because we're 9 months in and we've heard a lot. Who do we have on the phone? Do we have fake cry Candace? Do we have, oh no, I went on run, came back, she's not here? Do we have, pranking Candace, where we're putting on a huge act? Grandis said she was in hysterics. Of course, Grandis is going to say that because she wants this monkey off her back. I look at this statement and I'm like, they're questioning this and they haven't even gotten to the house.
Right.
You say when you got the original call that Mom went on a run, when you came back, that Sandra was gone? That's what the father advised. He's at work about an hour away, trying to make his way home.
Okay, that's what the father advised. Okay, so I'm assuming this is based off of Dawn's 911 call. I go back and forth on this. You guys tell me what you think. The father's trying to make his way home.
Yeah, I think it's based on a Dawn's call. Sorry, Shannon. Go ahead, Shannon.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, I think it's based on
You're good.
Dawn's phone call to 911. Absolutely, but just because of the information they give. But I mean, like Shannon said earlier, so you go outside and you go, Summer, where are you, Summer? Oh no, she's gone. Let's call 911. It's just.
And remember when she was talking to McDonough in the house, she said she didn't mention a walk or a run, remember?
Yes.
She forgot that's what was told to 911, okay? So most people are saying this is Dawn's call. Okay. She even showed what I hear out of it. She reenacted what she did when she realized Summer wasn't there. Now, how she realized it never made sense to me. She goes to the top of the stairs and she goes, I start yelling, Summer, Summer. Then she runs down there. That's not what this 911 call says, nor has it ever. Sorry about that, Shannon. Go ahead, my friend.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say, what I get out of that too is they are talking about Dawn, but how many times have we heard 911 calls where, I'll put in quotes, a guilty party has to let 911 know that they are not at the scene, that Dawn is not there. I'm at work. I don't know. That sticks out for me.
Well, I mean, let's just assume Dawn has nothing to do with this. Okay, let's just assume. I'm just playing along for a minute. You would tell them, I'm at work trying to get there. I'm on my way there. They can tell from the ping anyway where he's calling from. I know some people say, oh, it's not really good service. Well, the 911 service is totally different. So wherever he called from, they know. Whether he was in the church parking lot, at the bottom of the driveway, at the Dollar General, wherever, he's not getting away with that. So wherever he was, they're going to know. But yeah, you call 911, you're going to tell them this is where I'm at.
Absolutely. For sure. That's why it sounds like Dawn's call. Yeah.
And the joy catcher.
I think
Why call Dawn before 911? All right. I was thinking about this yesterday. Again, we have different stories. Candace said she called Dawn. Dawn told her to call 911. Grandis said she called 911. Then she called Dawn. Those are two totally different stories.
And why would your husband have to tell you, if he's not even home, call 911?
If you're missing your child, you wouldn't think to call Dawn, especially if he's an hour away. What's he going to do? Put on his cape? He's an hour away.
Exactly. And why would you need him to tell you to call 911? You're a mother. Your child is missing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to. Then you get a hold of the father and say, you need to come home. We got an issue here.
Yeah, I just had to call 911. I can't find Summer.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then how come Candace says she called 911, then called Donnie? But Candace says, I called Dawn, then 911. Uh-huh. Again, something's not smelling right. Notify 302. I had him on a call but lost him. You want us to try and contact the K9. This is at 7:08. They're already putting stuff together. They're not just coming up to take a report and helping them look around. They're already sensing something's really wrong here.
Notify 302. I had him on the phone with Logan. Zero. Answer any questions he may have on it. 10-4. You want us to try to contact Candace? Let 302 know, and I think he's going to let rescue make that determination.
So they're already talking about rescue and everything like that. So it could easily be that they're gonna say, okay, call rescue, meaning like she wandered off. Little did they know when they get there, they're going to hear about the phantom abductor. What do you guys think?
I agree totally.
Yeah, because they're thinking like we are, like, well, they know that area. She could have, wandered off, got hurt. They're already kind of thinking in that direction, and in a sense, but also something's already smelling fishy.
Well, yeah, I agree, Shannon. And let's not forget, this is not the first time they visited this address.
Right.
So they know the house, they know the land. So they know what they're talking about. Brooks?
I had myself muted like an idiot. Brent Montgomery, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. But you call 911 first. Come on. We know better than that. Cat's in here. Good morning, Cat. Or good afternoon to you. All right, so here we are. They're trying to make the determination about the K9s. Of course, they're going to get them. Maybe it's like where they're going to dispatch them to first, or how many they need. I don't know. Okay, so this is, 8, 9, 10, 3 minutes later. 302 has been notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure to check the house again for her, even if they said they already have. Oh, boy. What does that tell you?
They're very suspicious already because they're they're talking to each other, their partners, and they're saying, we've been out there. We know this family. Yeah. What really went down? I mean, they already know before they get there what's, something weird is going on. And that's what I think. Shannon? Shannon?
She's sleeping. Alicia said they don't believe them. They don't believe them. What it sounds like. They don't believe them.
That's right.
No doubt, Ellie was side-eyeing what parents wouldn't cling to hope for days of finding her. We're going to get to that in a minute. You're right. Shannon lost signal. She'll reconnect here in a second. Anyway, Great chat. You guys are awesome. I'm seeing some cool comments. I'm trying to catch them as fast as I can, but your brains are sharp as tacks today. All right, so here we are. 302 has been notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure to check the house again for her, even if they've said they already have. Meaning we're not taking your word for it. You just said you went on a run and came back and 10 minutes later she was gone. You kidding me? Not to mention, who knows the inflection in the voice that they had to listen to.
Exactly.
And they know these people. They're like, they know who they're dealing with in that area they're dealing with. So, yeah, well, they might have got a lot of drunken calls up there. Well, make sure these people have checked that house first, even though they said they already have,
Exactly.
I think they knew the area, not the area. I'm not going to talk about the area because who's responsible is the ones that live at that house or someone is to it. I think they'd been there many times. They already knew something was up when they got that phone call and they got that address. So here we go. Oh, my goodness.
Notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure check the house camera, even if they said they've already had. Hawkins County Rescue Squad on them.
Okay, so now just 1 minute later, Hawkins County Rescue Squad mutual aid request. Don't think that anybody at 110 Ben Hill Road was expecting all this to be going on. Search and rescue, Church Hill Rescue Squad. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Look how fast they're putting everything together. These fools thought they were going to show up and take a report and say, okay, we'll look around, we'll put some people together. If she shows back up, let us know.
Yeah.
Going on in just one phone call.
That is pretty quick. That's a good point, Brooks, because they're already closing it down. So if she was on foot, they have enough time. You know what I'm saying? They got there pretty quick.
Yeah, they were all over.
And then they're doing a rescue center to meet up at. That's where our command post is going to be at. And here we go. Now
let me ask you, you're from the area somewhat. How long would it take to get from Rogersville to the Beach Creek community? I saw one guy said he was driving from Addison. I don't know the geography. She called at 6:30. That's always been said. So here they're still en route about 45 minutes later. I'm assuming there might have been some officer there by then. This is what they're still doing.
I think Beach Creek is right around the corner, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's not a couple miles? 1, 2, 3 miles? I don't know.
From Rogersville? Okay.
I think.
Muffin Top.
No, don't quote me on that.
Muffin Top, right. The parents were not aware that Summer Moon Wells' case would hit social media either. No. Jewelweed, I told you it was Don who made the 911 call, Brooke, and you told me to prove it. Listen to you now. I'm listening to it. It's like the 50th time I've listened to it. They said that both Don and Candace called. What I was asking is, which call is this? Is this the one that Don made or the one Candace made? That's all I'm asking. I didn't doubt you. I'm just wondering which one this is.
Yeah.
There's mutual aid request, search and rescue. The Church Hill Rescue Squad staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Hawkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid request from Church Hill Rescue on a search and rescue. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Also requesting a respond with six-wheeler and command trailer. First page 1911.
So they're already asking for equipment, a command travel center, and everything. So they're putting stuff in place. And let's face it, in 10 minutes, she couldn't have gotten that far. Okay, I'm sorry. In 10 minutes, she could not have gotten that far. So they're not just covering the 11 acres. They're not just covering the hill. They're setting up a command center.
And wasn't it said that she was barefoot? Sorry.
Yeah, that's what Candace has always said. She was barefoot.
So how far would you get with no shoes on? I mean,
not that far.
Nope. Okay, Alicia said it's about a 26-minute drive. Okay, this makes more sense to me. Angie Dawn, 20 minutes at least from Rogersville. I live near. Okay, so now this is making more sense. By the time they got the call, they got dispatched. Now I'm getting it. Okay, thank you guys. You guys are the best.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not familiar.
So that's it. Now 7 months to the day later.
Well, it's actually 9 months now, but Wonder put this out like 2 months ago. And this 911 call and the confusion on the other end from the officers has always struck me, especially, you're in panic mode. You got to find this child, but we're not going to believe the parents. We're still going to search that house. Even if she wandered off, abducted, had an accident, whatever, we're still searching that house, even if they said they turned it upside down. Still going to do it. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah,
Yep.
what I think is there was probably already an officer on place, and he was like he got the story real quick, and then he turned around and he messaged the other police that were coming, hey, this is not looking kosher at all, so this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah. And Jewel Weed, man, listen to me. I'm all tongue-tied. Jewel Weed. They say mom went for a walk. Dad says he's an hour away. Yeah, I'm assuming this is Dawn's call. They didn't say this is, that's what we're assuming. This is Dawn calling. He's an hour away. She went on a walk. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You won. I promise. You won this one. All right. So we have the 911 call. And then not even a week later, this is what we get. Exactly. Very convenient. Very convenient for Don to give this report. He's got to make sure everyone knows he is an hour away. I'd love to know if they actually had a ping of where he truly was, because his 7 alibis have always seemed a little too convenient to me. But that's speculation. I've been proven wrong a million times before. Just ask Jewel Weed. She'll tell you. Hang on.
What do you think, Shannon?
No, I was sitting there thinking that it's kind of my thing is, I'm an hour away, or I'm way over here. I'm not over there. That's my thing with it. And do we even know that Candace really called 911? Is there any evidence of that? Or it kind of sounded like at the beginning of the phone call that they use the word they, so I don't know.
It makes no sense to me. According to her, she called Dawn, then she called 911. She made it sound like she had a signal problem, had to use her mom's phone. Never had a signal problem calling about trespassers or domestic violence on Dawn. But hey, that's what it is. And then, like Joy Catcher just said, he made it a big deal and called it a miracle they had cell phone signal. So right. But according to Candace,
yeah, I remember that.
She had a bad signal. She had a bad signal. Yet the kids were on their phones watching movies and stuff like that inside, playing their games. They had Wi-Fi. Yeah, Indiana girl, you're right. They both said they called 911. I don't know. I don't know why the one that is not even at the house would have to call 911. One call should have been enough to get things rolling. Correct?
Correct.
That's my point. Yeah, that was my point.
And keep in mind that that Dawn has said, I lost my train of thought. Dawn has said before, I can't remember now what I was going to say. Go ahead.
I hate when that happens.
I know.
A lot going on. A lot going on. A lot going on. You ought to see.
Oh, now I remember. Bear in mind when he said he was on Facebook Messenger with Candace all the way home,
and it never failed or something, and it
right?
was yeah.
So that's a signal. That's a pretty good signal, if you ask me. Mine's not even that good sometimes,
Right. And Amanda 1234, how you doing, my friend? We're lucky to have her in this morning. She works nights and is usually sleeping. She said you can make any call with Wi-Fi. Yeah, you can, but it's always convenient. You have to understand it's very convenient for them. They're so self-serving. What works for them when it does and when it doesn't work. They always have an excuse when something doesn't work.
Their script. Part of the script.
Too bad that they didn't take notes. Well, I shouldn't say too bad. But they always have got an excuse for stuff that still makes no sense. No sense at all.
Like they've got an answer for everything, but the right answer.
But like Wolfcat said, it's been lies from minute one. Alexandra, exactly right. We coined it on this channel. Don't ever forget opposite day.
Opposite day.
Opposite day. Opposite.
Yeah.
All right, so we have the 911 call that sounds like police are already smelling something not right. The obvious assumption would be that she had wandered off. It's very heavily wooded, very rural, lots of places to, I mean, you could have an accident, you could wander off, but already they're saying, why would, if the assumption is she wandered off, why would you doubt their story if they check the house or not? They're already saying, I don't care what they tell you, you better check that house.
Because they know them.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They probably know all the drunken calls that have been up there, and oh Lord, just make sure you check that house, because you know how they are. That's how I took it anyway.
Jewelweed. She said if Don called from Jonesboro, then he would go through Washington County, Tennessee 911 switchboard, not Hawkins County. This has been brought up many, many times. Don was
They transfer it, don't they?
Well, if they're telling the truth, do we know that?
Yeah.
He was asked this once. And he said, oh, yeah, he made it sound like, they had call waiting and said, hang on, type of thing. Do we even know? But she's exactly right. He wouldn't have been put through to them. It makes no sense for Don to call from another county when Candace is right there and definitely could call. All right.
Well, especially if she did call and they would say, oh, thank you very much, Mr. Wells. We got the call from your wife, so we're on our way.
Right, Deb.
Big difference. Big differences. But like we always say on here, it's
opposite day.
Opposite day. We just don't know. Hence why.
With the replay queen.
Later, we're here 9 months later. So in chat, I want you guys to put in here, what do you think the holdup is 9 months later? What do you think it is? Why is there no arrest? There's a million reasons why Summer hasn't been found. What do you think it is? So now I'm going to speed us up to almost a week. This interview with Don really, really bothers me, okay? Really bothers me because he has lost, where's my paper? It's not even a week, and he has lost all hope. All hope all at once, okay? So listen.
The father of a missing Hawkins County 5-year-old said.
So he's like, please let her be okay and please come home. So it's sounding good at first, okay? It seems like he's really pleading. He has his son on there with him, which I have never agreed with. Never. But here we go.
As his daughter would never leave the yard alone.
She would never leave the yard alone. What did we hear from Jose last night? Not only has she left the yard, Don has caught her at the bottom of the driveway and spanked her all the way back up the driveway. She has gotten out of that yard many, many times. Why would they keep telling them she would never leave the yard? For all you good parents in here, how does it work out for us when we say my child would never do that? My child would never cuss. My child would never.
They will. They will.
We hear it right here. Dawn. She would never, never leave the yard. Come on.
For the first time tonight, we are hearing from the father of Summer Wells. Search teams have covered almost 1,000 acres looking for that little girl. She has been missing since Tuesday evening.
And let me address this real quick, okay? I get myself in a lot of trouble when I bring this up. And I understand the frustration in this case. We heard the 911 call, okay? We're watching this right now. They're showing everything they're doing everywhere they're searching. And there's still people out there that are like, this is a cover up. This is corruption at its finest. They never wanted to find her. They had stuff in place before they even got to the house. Before they even approached the driveway, they were already saying, even if they tell you that they've searched that house, you do it again.
Right. I would want law enforcement to search my house again because I'm in a panic. Maybe you can find my daughter. Maybe she's hiding somewhere I'm not thinking of. I would even say that to law
What?
enforcement. You want to search my house again? Yes, please. Let's go find her.
Hell no, search it all. I've got an attic, I've got a basement, I've got crawl spaces. Help me.
Right.
We need all hands on deck here.
Agreed. 100%.
I mean, there's abandoned vehicles out there too.
Mm-hmm.
Claire
There's a lot.
there. She wandered off for an hour in the past and they never called the police. So why call the police that day with as many times as they couldn't find? I have a feeling it's not just Summer, their children. Why was 10 minutes so triggering to them on June 15th? Can someone help me here? 9 months ago, why was it so triggering to not have eyes on her for 10 minutes? Why?
Because I'm not going to say anything. Get in trouble.
I don't know. I can say it's part of a story, you know?
Yeah. Because the story was rehearsed.
Right.
By 3 idiots because they can't keep the story together.
I hear, you know what, Brooks? I hear that a lot where people say, they're so stupid they couldn't get away with this. Well, that's what we're watching.
They said that about Megan Boswell. They said that about Megan Boswell too, but then they had a grand jury and they're like, got 19 felonies for you, sister. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Exactly.
We didn't just get a murder one. We didn't just get a manslaughter. We got this stacked out the ass. So let's do it. Yeah. And all the other times she's wandered off, they couldn't find her. They yelled for her. She didn't come right back. And they did find her. They didn't call the police then. Why June 15th? I think we're going to find out sooner than we realize.
Unfortunately, but I pray.
Yeah. We can always hope, but
Muffin Top.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I don't ever believe that there's parental supervision. This day, though, she just got gone. Yeah. No, I don't think so either. There was a reason they got the police involved this day, and it wasn't because of a 10-minute walk or run. I don't believe that.
Reporter Cole Sullivan has the plea from the family in the latest on the investigation.
But we believe in the resurrection. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There he is with his son, but we believe in the resurrection. Trust me, neither Candace or Grandis wrote that for him. He said that.
Yeah, and if you're worried about your child being abducted, why would you have your other child on TV?
Exactly.
With his head hanging down in shame. Okay, now this was put on a local affiliate. I would never put a child on camera like this. There's no way. There's no way. But it's out there, so yeah, we're going to replay it because he's obviously intimidating this boy, and it is sad. It is sad. He is intimidating him. And it's right there on the screen. We believe in the resurrection. Why would you say that? This is not even a week later.
That interview has always bothered me, and having his son beside him, looking down like he's done something wrong. It's always bothered me.
It's a control looking thing, like, He could push his finger, he could, on his back with his hand there. I don't know. This interview was always very, very disturbing.
Yeah, was he comforting himself? Was Don comforting himself or what?
If we look at other interviews Don does when he's got someone on camera with him, i.e. Candace, he's got this way of putting his arm around them and squeezing their shoulder in a way to get them to do what he says.
I feel like the son has gotten his orders before they went down there to do the interview.
I have a feeling too. But you know what I also have a feeling of? People are sick as hell that they really want those boys returned to that environment. That was what really upset me about that interview last night, hearing a first-hand account from Jose.
Yeah, why would you send the boys back to that environment?
Why are people cheerleading Candace going, I know you're going to get your boys back. I know you are. I can't wait. We'll have a party. We'll have a party when you get your boys back. There's not going to be a party.
That's sick.
That's never going to happen, in my opinion. I mean, just what I'm thinking.
Not with all of us. Not with all of us, it won't. I'm telling you. I mean, it can, but at the rate she's going, I'm honestly not worried about it.
At the rate she's going, I don't think so. But we have to remember that, believe it or not, she still has rights. Her parental rights have not been terminated. And when she feels enough pressure and she needs some benefits, she might clean it up just enough to get that cart, that wagon steered in the right direction. Sick.
It is.
Big T's mom, yes, Brooks. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yep, I'm about to lose it when I do this. Old Don doesn't understand the resurrection. Trust me, Summer's fine. Don, I think you've got a problem.
Donald Wells says Summer was planting flowers in the yard with her mom and grandmother when she went into the basement of their Rogersville house to play with toys. They haven't seen her since.
But you weren't there, Don. 9 months ago, you were not there, correct? You were an hour away. How did you know this, Don, unless you were in the basement? Don, you don't know any of this. This is all made up. You also reported to 911 that Candace was on a walk or a run and 10 minutes later realized Summer was gone. If she's on a walk or a run, how would she know that Summer was in the basement still? How would she know she is still in the dungeon playing with her toys if she was taking a walk away from the property? She's not walking around circles in the yard, I'm assuming. She took a walk, right? That's what we heard on the 911 call. That's going to be evidence for the jury.
She went down there and she was gone. So she went out the basement door.
So she went out the basement door. See, we already know. So she walked freely out of the basement door and there just happened to be someone there to snatch her. That's what we believe. There just happened to be someone outside the basement door to snatch her. Well, hell, I mean, Candace is on a walk. Grandis is taking a nap. The boys are all three inside. All right, Don, you tell us since you weren't there.
It's unlocked.
He says she would not leave the property alone, and he and his wife can't imagine what happened.
They can't imagine what happened. Okay, so he says right here, it's on closed captions. So she went out the basement door. It was unlocked. Candace clearly said you can't get in or out. But somehow Summer figured it out, according to Don, and he wasn't there. Okay. All right. It gets better all the time. 9 months ago, guys. Today is 9 months.
But in Kent, just to go to Grandis's interview a few days ago, she never mentioned getting her brace on her knee fixed by Candace, which is apparently where Candace was gone.
She left a lot out, didn't she?
Yeah, in the 2 minutes. Yep.
She left
in
a
that
lot
2
out.
minutes, she was fixing Grandis's brace. Yep.
She left a lot out. It seems that in 9 months, there's a lot of stuff we have forgotten. If you know what I mean? A lot of stuff we were told to say. and we have forgotten it. Debbie Z, I don't believe Summer even went down in the basement dungeon. I don't think so either.
No. And there's no way
Yeah.
that Candace could have run down those stairs, because you just can't. If you're, an adult, the way they're
Well, and that's a really good point, Deb, because she said she ran down the stairs to search for Summer for 20 minutes in the dungeon. You clearly saw on the McDonough interview where he had to turn around. She's like, well, if my husband can get down there, you can. And he turns around. He didn't want to go down that way. You can't run down.
No, he didn't.
It's like crawling out of an attic in a way. He's crawling down backward. So she couldn't have run down anything. No.
Looks like one of our kids about all these things all the time.
Meanwhile, the search efforts continue to grow.
We have a total of 41 agencies involved in being represented in the search for Summer Wells.
Man, I forgot that. It went from 2. They had Sullivan County and Hawkins County, up to 19, then to 41. What happened to Summer Wells? What happened to Summer Wells? 41 agencies. They're not all on their lunch break at once.
Friday, dive teams joined in the hunt with the goal of fully searching 1.5 miles of rough terrain surrounding the family home.
We want to get in there, flip every rock, check every crevice, check every spot.
They're not just searching for Summer, they're trying to find out what happened.
Rest assured that agents and Hawkins County detectives are investigating this fully. All avenues are being explored.
Well, and God bless you, because here it is 9 months later, and I guarantee you all are about to lose your mind, because the depravity that we have seen, that we have heard, way, way more.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, they do. Absolutely, they do. And that's why people get frustrated. Like, why don't we have any answers? We don't need the answers. I want them to find the answers so that they can find Summer and arrest somebody. So I'm okay with that.
Oh, I would love to have the answers. I would love to have some kind of update, or, hey, this is where we're moving, or to come out and say, this is our person of interest, or they've been cleared, or something. I would love to have something. We're not going to get it. We know that. They've made it clear that in Tennessee, they don't release anything until it's time. But they certainly would not hold them under suspicion if it was something like an unfortunate accident or she wandered off. But an accident, somebody would be in trouble for tampering with Summer.
Yeah.
You're right. Exactly.
Dixie, I think they're still building their case as not to mess it up. They're still building their case. Here's the problem. Imagine the mind F we're going to get when that case is built and the arrest affidavit and everything else comes out. We're going to go, do what? Are you serious?
None of us
Said
want
that from
that.
the beginning, Brooks.
Mm-hmm. None of us want to hear that, but at the same time, we want this solved. It's not going to be an easy day.
Nope, it's not going to be an easy day.
No.
Always hold out hope she's alive. Always hold out hope she's alive. Always, always, always. Today's 9 months, though. Today is 9 months.
Sheriff says detectives have conducted searches, but so far all have been voluntary. No warrants required.
Everybody in the community is wanting to find Summer.
The TBI says her parents are cooperating at this time. Her father says he just wants her home.
Just want to thank everybody for the outpouring of love.
Parents are cooperating at this time. Well, 2 weeks ago, we were told they quit cooperating.
Mm-hmm.
They got tired of their BS story. It's like we've already heard it. We've heard about the planting flowers. We've heard about all this. We need more information.
That's all. Reporting from Knoxville, I'm Cole Sullivan.
And there's little Summer 9 months later. And after hearing what Jose said to Justice for All last night, it's worse than what we ever imagined. She does wander off. She does run off. I don't mean run away, but you know what I mean. Oh, little Dave, hang on.
Well, look in the church, Brooks. Look how she was in the church. It looked like she ran around and went up to strange people, or, I guess they're maybe not strangers to her, but, like, it looked like they couldn't have her contain her to sit in the seat during church. So she didn't look like a child that would just stay put, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, just stay like right by her parents. No. And that's common with a lot of kids. They're curious, they're adventurous. She didn't want to be down in the damn dungeon all the time.
Yeah.
Little Dave said they're not telling the truth, so they're not cooperating. Exactly. That is it in a nutshell. Okay, Mrs. Fletcher, sorry. I said September. Wrong. I stand corrected. Grand jury meets in April and August. Let's hope that next month there is a grand jury for Summer. If not, there could be one in August. We hope every day she's found, though. We hope every day she's found. So here we are 9 months later.
They've lawyered up, apparently.
Somebody has. I'm going to assume it's big. I'm going to assume it's Dawn sitting there in the slammer. He probably got tired of being asked what was going on. Candace has yet another alibi. We finally heard from her. Now Jose has been found. He is telling more information than we can wrap our heads around. And again, today is 9 months. Let's hope for a grand jury next month. Please.
Let's pray for it.
Now, grand juries are secret. Everything is sealed. The only thing we're going to know is if they come out and say, yeah, you've got enough. Then we're going to see an arrest.
Will it be an indictment? Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Right.
A 1,
Indictment.
1, 2, or 3. You know what I mean? I don't know. It could be all 3 of them. It could be 2 of them. It could just be 1. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. It's been 9 months. We saw Ronnie Lawson talking about them lawyered up, not cooperating. And he looked pretty damn frustrated. He didn't look like somebody he was looking for a child that wandered off any longer.
Yeah.
Not at all. He knows.
He knows something's up.
I can imagine. I can imagine how frustrated they are with what they know. I mean, look how frustrated we all are.
Exactly. Good point.
Exactly. Well, guys, I've kept you guys for an hour and a half. I hate to run these shows too long. My God, the members live last Friday was like 4 or 5 hours.
I know.
We got that was something else, man. I don't think Kat was ever going to recover.
What a blast.
That was a blast.
Yeah.
That was. Every day's a blast, you guys, even though we're talking about dark subjects. Tomorrow, we have 2 shows. We're going to talk about what Jose said. Like I said, trigger warning in advance, for sure. Justice for All is going to be on here with us. And then at noon tomorrow, we have Navalist True Crime coming on with us to talk about Michael Vaughn, Little Monkey. So that's 2 shows tomorrow you guys don't want to miss. And going to thank Deb, going to thank Shannon for coming up and hanging out with me.
Hey, thanks for having me up.
Thank you, guys.
Anytime.
Yes, thanks.
You guys
It
are
was fun.
awesome. I'll see you guys in Discord in a minute, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Bye.
Awesome, awesome ladies. You guys, thank you so much for being here for Summer, talking about 9 months disappeared. I'm going to play a video real quick that recaps some of the last 9 months. So hold on 1 second. Poor little Summer. She deserved way more than what she received. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow because I'm in absolute shock over what Jose said last night. Danielle, super nice. Actually catching alive for the first time in forever. Thanks, Brooks. The mods are awesome. You're right, Danielle. We have mods that want to talk with everybody. They're not just looking to throw everybody out. Awesome mods. Great chat. You guys are the greatest chat and community on YouTube. Not going to lie. Again, don't forget, 9 a.m. Central tomorrow, Justice for All is coming up. Don't forget, noon Central tomorrow, Navalist True Crime is coming up. Got to have 2 great shows. You guys are great. Come see us in Discord. If you can't get in there, we'll try to figure out how to get it reset because I know some people have been having that problem. Send me an email. I'll get you a link. And in the meantime, you have a great day. Keep Summer in your prayers. Like I said, 9 months. 9 months too long, this little girl, and she went through hell on earth, as we know. We will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.